let's finish that walking. Oh, something in my throat. Hey guys, it's Jared Vlogs, and here today we're going to be finishing The Walking Dead, and I'm actually heading to my pavilion right now. And here I am. Now this vlog should be like 10 minutes because I have lots of stuff for my Walking Dead Part 2. Lots and stuff. So here's where we left off. If you guys haven't watched the first part, you should probably go watch that first before you watch this. So go watch it. It should be uploading right now. But here's where it happens. So let's do this. Previously on AMC's The Walking Dead. A lovely day for walkers. The Rome was flat on his head. Stop at the gas station. Rick and his friend Shane were in the police car at McDonald's parking lot. When I was trying to look up greasers, that is what happened last time. But now we are going into full action. Buzz, the radio went off. Officer Rick and Officer Shane, do you copy? He is on his way down the road. Head to Oak Street and catch him. We have other cops on the way, said the lady. Shane threw out the garbage and Rick started driving. Vroom. The car raced to St. Rick, and Shane and other officers lined up. They set barbed wire on the floor so that the car tires would get flattened. They got their guns and aimed up over the cars. Make sure not to keep the gun to your eye and always keep it loaded and ready for anything. There's the car. The car hit the barbed wire and went smash. Oh, no, not the wind. It went smash right on the ground. Two robbers came out of the car and started shooting. The officers shot one. Rick went to get the other, but got shot. He said, "I'm all right." Shane got the second one. Then a third one came out and shot Rick on the shoulder. Then he wasn't all right. "Rick!" Shane shouted. "Rick!" Shane killed the other robber, and him and three other cops ran to help. Rick said, "Don't tell Lori." Then he passed out. Rick awoke 6 hours later and started to see blurry visions of Shane. That's only the first half. We're going on to the second half now. We got some more of those dots, but it's a bit windy out here, and I don't want the paper to fall, so I'm gonna go back to where I did my first review. Now, sensing I actually got a cool place to keep vlogging, I can actually show you the rest of the story. So, Rick eventually awoke from the coma he was in. He looked over to the left and crippled in his hands an old dead flower. Rick talked to Shane in his head. Oh God, there was a flea on me. Rick talked to Shane in his head, but he really wasn't there. Rick ripped the cords that were hooked on him off and threw them over the monitor. Rick looked at the clock and it wasn't working. Days have really gone by. Rick tried to stand up, but he failed and fell to the floor. "Nurse!" he shouted. "Nurse!" he kept saying. Rick got his strength back and went to the bathroom. He turned on the sink and washed his face in cold water. He got up, opened the door, but he noticed that there was no one around. He walked down the halls. Rick saw gunshots shot right through the walls. He also saw tons and tons of blood. He then noticed a door with the words, "Don't open, dead inside," on it. Rick saw Walker hands come out of the door, and he went the other way. Turning the page. It's kind of windy. I'm going inside. It's kind of windy. It's kind of windy. I'm actually doing this in my bathroom. And the washer and dryer are not running. Yeah. I should give you guys another good house tour, because the one that I did last time sucked. But anyway, Let's get down to business. Yeah, let's get down to business. So, Rick went a different way down another part of the halls. He looked through a door and he saw a walker on the floor with its legs ripped out of itself. He then went another way down the hall. He found a phone and matches. Then he walked down some stairs to a door. Rick opened the door. As he opened it, the sun shined on his face, and it was so bright he could barely see. Rick walked down the street and looked at all the dead bodies lying on the ground wrapped up in plastic. He walked up a hill and saw a helicopter, and he couldn't believe his eyes. He could fly, he thought, but the thing was he didn't know how to fly. Rick kept on going till he found a bike on the sidewalk and pedaled that down the sidewalk. Ugh. Rick fell over, and right next to him was a walker that had half a body and its guts were hanging out. Ah! Rick screamed. Rick got up and ran to the neighborhood. He looked around and saw 4 more walkers, so he just ran and went into his house. He looked for his wife and son, but they were not there. He looked in the closet and noticed that clothes were gone. He looked in the fridge and noticed food and water were gone. Pictures, family books, pillows, and blankets, everything was gone. Lori, Carl, Rick started crying on the floor, and he tried saying to himself, this is just a dream. This is just a dream. But the thing is, it wasn't. He went outside and stopped crying as he thought to himself, wait, maybe they just got all that stuff and abandoned the house to go somewhere else. Rick sat on the steps, and the sun was bright as he looked at the mysterious figure. Then another man came up and shot the walker, as another man went up to Rick and bonked him on the head with a shovel. Rick's vision was blurry, and all he said was, Carl. The boy shouted to his dad, hey, I got one. He said, son, that's a man. Let's take him back to the house, he said as Rick fell asleep. Rick keeps falling asleep. And everything that I read you guys, he keeps falling asleep. And again and again and again. Flip the page, and how many pages do I have left? 1, 2, 3, like 4 pages. So let's do it. Rick awoke in a house, and the man was helping his face because he got hit by the shovel. The man said, did you get bit? Rick said, what? Did you get bit, scratched, or even nibbled by one of those things? Oh no, it's a gunshot wound. It was a shot from a robber. I was a cop. The man said, well, we're having dinner and you could join us, but if you do anything to hurt my family, anything, I will kill you. Rick got out of bed and went to the table and sat down. So what's your name? Morgan Jones. And that's my son Dwayne who hit you in the head. Hey, do you know what's happening? Yeah, I do. But what happens if you get bit or even scratched? You could turn into one of them. Now, before we have supper, let's say grace. Dear Father, thank you for this lovely dinner that we are having today in this haunted world. And thank you for having Rick join us today. Amen. My wife, Lori, and son, Carl, they must have packed up stuff from my house and left to a safer place because there's nothing in my house. Well, they couldn't have gone anywhere safer than here downtown Atlanta. Maybe they did, but maybe they didn't. Rick and Morgan and Dwayne were done eating, so Rick asked if he could look out the window to see one. Stop, Morgan shouted. You don't want to open it too much or else they will see you. Rick saw walkers everywhere down the street on the sidewalk. Rick asked in the night, is that when they all come out? Yes, Morgan stated. Beep, beep, beep. Ah! Dwayne shouted, what was that? Beep, beep, beep. Don't worry, it's just the car. They made it go off. Dwayne started to cry because he thought that someone that was close to him would come. Morgan told him to cry into the pillow. Rick said while he was crying, my wife, she turned. She is now a walker roaming the streets. But the thing is, the walker is smart. She knows where we live. There she is coming up on the front porch. The walker opened the door handle, or at least tried to, because Rick stopped her from getting in by holding it. Well, Pretty good story so far. Let's continue it. They held it all night till they all fell asleep. In the morning, Morgan told Rick to get some clothes on and grab a baseball bat so that he could try killing the first walker. Rick went outside and up to a walker that was lying there. Rick bashed its head in really good, but he got his shirt all bloody. Rick told Morgan that he wanted to show him his house. Rick said, "This is my house, and you see all the pictures, clothes, food, everything is gone." Morgan started laughing. "You really think that they are still alive? I bet the dead had already munched on them already, and they are just waiting to turn and come up and eat you and us." "No, they would have to live." "Hey, I got to show you something." Rick led Morgan and Dwayne to a police station. Rick said, "You guys want to take a shower? The water's warm." They all raced to the showers and got new clothes on. Rick shaved his beard off. He then put on his police officer clothes. Morgan said, "Were you a cop?" Rick said, "Yeah, but I was the sheriff of Atlanta." He then led them to the cellar where he gave them guns, sniper rifles, shotguns, pistols, and a whole bunch of ammo, some grenades, and a walkie-talkie to communicate. "Thank you," Morgan said. "Wait, don't start thanking me yet. I have another surprise for you." Rick gave them a car, and Rick got one too. Yeah, that's my walker voice. A walker was banging on the fence, and it used to be a cop. "Thank you," Morgan told Rick, "and stay on the walkie-talkie every day to communicate." Morgan got in his car and left. Rick went to the walkers and shot his brains out. He then went into his car, and Rick started down the road to start looking for his family, and head to the city of Atlanta. Well, I think this video has been going on for pretty long. Don't you think? Think I should end it? Got one, two, around 2.5 to 3 pages left. So today I just did 2 reviews for Walking Dead. Tomorrow I'll do the part 3 for Walking Dead review and a vlog for my brother's birthday. And that's all I wanted to show you. So let's end it on the toilet. Well, I'm on the toilet and I'm here to end the vlog. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe to JR Vlogs. And as always, I will see you in the next video.